Okay, if we look at in 2014, we have $1.23 trillion US dollars in circulation. Banks have $2 trillion, which they're not lending, and businesses have $6 trillion. So there's actually more money that isn't in circulation, but that is owned, than that is actually in circulation. At the rate that foreclosures are being sold off, next year in 2015, all foreclosures will be sold off. Earlier in 2013, the government announced they had the banks owned 1 million foreclosures, which was down from 2.2 million that they sold off in a 12-month period, 400,000 foreclosures. And in the second half of 2014, there are very few resets. The resets have almost gone down to nothing at this point. So we can expect that that will continue. So the 400,000 or more will go away in 2014, and then 400,000 or more will go away in 2015. The foreclosures will all be completely sold off. After that, in 2016 on, as the real estate continues to strengthen, the government will raise rates to try and slow down the rise in real estate costs. And so now, instead of having $1.23 trillion in circulation, the banks and businesses will say, well, why do we have all this money sitting around? Why don't we get 6-7% by loaning it on real estate? Real estate's a safe investment. The crisis is over. Real estate is going up. And so then, instead of having $8 trillion on the side and $1.23 trillion in circulation, that extra $8 trillion will be, with the $1.2 trillion, will be $9.23 trillion. This is 7.5 times the money in circulation. So 9.23 divided by 1.23 is 7.5 times. This is just the basic premise why real estate will go up 7.5 times in price. The government, in order to pay the interest on the deficit, at some point will print money, and that might lead to higher inflation. So you know, you'll have more money in circulation. You can't see the government suddenly stopping the printing presses. The government is in debt. They're overextended in debt, and they will continue to run the printing presses. So this 7.5 times price jump in real estate is something you'll probably also see in gold and silver. You possibly could see some price jump in oil, but the oil is having a lot of downward pressure because of the natural gas and the fracking. But we can see that we will probably have a 7.5 times price jump in real estate. Real estate is a hard asset that's a good inflationary hedge, and this is the basic reason why the second half of this decade, 2016 to 2020, we're going to have a really big inflationary upleg. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.